Throwback to the 25th of October 2021.
Bob Marley lived here.
In this drone clip, are used to treat cold and flu, can be treated for COVID-19 symptoms.
So I'm currently walking to Chelsea Physic Garden, and it's such a beautiful day to
I don't think I've actually been here before. This is called the Harbour A.
So I just use my drone here to help me take photos because we're not allowed to fly too far apparently. And I took a photo here with this thing. And I wonder what these two hands represent. I wonder what this fish is doing here. I'm gonna take a photo with it. Oh, so this is the London County Council. So there's around 18 minutes left, and I noticed this really cool wall, so I crossed over the road to take a photo with it. So I just walked past this Rockers Garden, and I'm gonna take a photo here. So there is a Chelsea embankment here. Is this place opened in May 1874? So this is Sir Thomas More, and he was an English lawyer, judge, social philosopher, and author, and a statesman. And this garden belongs to him. So this is Thomas Harrier. He was a British historian, essayist, translator, philosopher, mathematician, and teacher. Oh, so this is called the Albert Bridge. I wonder what this mermaid and dolphin is doing here in front of this Mercedes-Benz shop. Oh my god, apparently Bob Marley lived here in 1977. So George Sisson lived here in 1882 to 1884. He was a novelist. So I think I have arrived at the Chelsea Physic Garden. So I'm gonna get a ticket over there. So this is the garden map. So these flowers are called the sage's flowers. So these plants are called the castor bean plant. And these flowers are called the garden cosmic. So this garden was actually found in 1673. And I also just used my drone here to help me take a photo.
So I'm gonna insert the photos here. In this drone clip, I will tell you a little bit about the history of the garden. So, Chelsea Physic Garden occupied 4 acres of land on the edge of the Thames. First established by the apothecaries in order to grow medicinal plants, this extraordinary garden in London has had wide-reaching impacts around the world. The garden's location feels special and secret. It is nestled behind walls and positioned close to the River Thames. The ideal Thames location is no accident, as back in 1673, the Worshipful Society of Apothecaries chose their Chelsea village site for its proximity to the river to make the most of its warm air currents. It gave them a base to moor their barge, allowing them to conduct plant-finding expeditions in surrounding areas and to teach their apprentices to identify plants. The site is also blessed with a south-facing aspect and good quality warm light soil, having previously been the site of a market garden.
These flowers are called chrysanthemums. These are called the moped hydrangea. Oh no, it's raining slightly. This is the first time I've been out, and it actually rained in the day. So I'm glad I got my drone out before it started to rain, because these areas I can just film for you guys. There's like blue sky, but there's a bit of a black cloud there. So it was suddenly raining a lot, and so I decided to come into the cafe because it's like 2 o'clock and it's kind of lunchtime. So I ordered this starter for the naan and rice. So these are the tagatus flowers. And I'm gonna take a photo here with my drone.
We became friends on the first day that we met, and I felt so blessed, 'cause I thought that this was gonna be something special. But who knew?
So these flowers over here are called the red amaranth, and the sun is out again, so I managed to fly my drone here.
The river access allowed plants arriving from around the world to be introduced to the British Isles via the garden, allowing the garden to make a big impact from early on. Its international reputation was established quickly as a result of the global seed exchange scheme, known as Index Seminar, which it initiated in the 1700s and continues to this day. The garden's unique microclimate and location has allowed many of our gardeners throughout our history to grow plants not frequently found outside in the UK, including the UK's largest fruiting olive tree. In 1976, the head gardener collected a record crop of 7 lb of ripe olives, which is a London crop record. Chelsea is no longer a village, but the garden's location still feels special and has been a huge factor in its success to this day. The Chelsea Physique Garden is also London's oldest botanic garden and contains a unique living collection of around 5,000 different edible, useful, and medicinal plants that have changed the world. The garden has seen numerous notable figures over the years. The garden's primary benefactor was Sir Hans Sloane, a famous physician, naturalist, collector, and founder of the British Museum. The garden had been struggling with management for some years, but in 1712 its fortunes were about to change when Sir Hans purchased the manor of Chelsea from Charles Shane.
So this is the garden of unusual fruit, so I'll try and fly my drone here.
And Charles Shane leads the garden to the Worshipful Society of Apothecaries of London for just £5 a year in perpetuity. We still pay the sum to Sir Hans' descendants today. Sir Hans had trained as an apprentice at the garden in the early 1680s under John Watts. He went on to have great success as a society physician, serving the governor of Jamaica. Whilst in Jamaica, Sloane acquired a stock of quinine, which was used to treat malaria, actually common in marshy areas of Britain at the time. Sir Hans also observed local women in Jamaica mixing cocoa with milk to treat stomach ailments, and he brought back the recipe with him. The recipe would eventually be bought by Cadbury's and would help Sloane to become very wealthy, allowing him to purchase the manor and lease the garden where he had received his training, ensuring its survival for years to come. Among other notable curators are Philip Miller, appointed as head gardener in 1722 by Sir Hans himself.
These leaves are called the Japanese maple leaves, and I'm gonna take a photo here. So apparently these Echinacea purpura are used to treat cold and flu. Good to know. And there's just some other vegetables here which can be filmed with a phone, so I'm not gonna fly my drone here. So these are called the Slebum marianum, and apparently they're used to treat liver diseases such as cirrhosis, and there are also some other seeds here. You can see it in a plant.
Apparently, honey and nigella can be treated for COVID-19 symptoms because there was a research that found out when people drink honey and nigella, they recover twice as quickly than people who did not drink it. So these are called the Galega officinalis. They are used to treat the blood sugar by decreasing insulin resistance and sugar release from the liver. Apparently, people who are infected by COVID-19 have a massive inflammatory reaction, and the virus takes hold within their body, and it can trigger and affect the release of cytokine. So that's what I've learned from this section. And this is the nursery area. And apparently, all their plants, there are like 1,700 types. And these, you can see the proper ones over there.
So these two sculptures, or like offsets, are actually an apple. To be honest, they don't really look like an apple, but I still took a photo with it anyways. So I remember the first time I wanted to take a photo here, it was actually raining lightly. So now that the sun is out again, like it literally came out after I finished my lunch, and so I decided to take a photo here with my tripod. And these red leaves are called spindles. I think this is the William Curtis border, and I'm gonna go in a minute after I have finished reading all these signs about the plants. So I've learned that fern is the main use of like the ingredient in cough syrup. So and it started in the 19th century. I think this is the whole garden. So there's a Sir Joseph Fox garden here, but it's really small. It's basically like this. But the garden is closing in 5 minutes, so I think I'm just gonna read the sign and then I'm gonna go. So I just saw these beautiful geraniums here, and I decided to take a photo with it. And I'm now walking back home.
So I'm going to end this vlog here with this beautiful drone clip, and I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you did, please share it with your friends and let them know how beautiful Chelsea is. And I wish this vlog was sponsored by Chelsea Physique Garden, but it honestly is not. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like, and I will see you all next Sunday with another traveling vlog or music related video. Bye!